Welcome to part 1 out of 5 of setting goals for yourself that you can actually stick with and hold yourself accountable to. Okay, so this first part, I'm going to get right into it. This first part is about creating the superhero version of yourself. Okay, another way to think about it is almost think about it as the 10.0 version of you. And there's a couple different areas that I want you to take some time to really think deep and reflect and journal and really get a clear picture of who that 10.0 version of yourself is. And I like to use that superhero analogy because, as kids growing up, so many of us looked up to superheroes as that person that we ultimately wanted to be. For me, Superman was a big one. He was just big, strong, could do anything. Someone that just really inspired and motivated me. So that's what I want you to think about for yourself is that superhero, that 10.0 version of yourself. And I want you to think about how that person acts and all the qualities and characteristics of that person in 4 different areas. Okay. And if you go through the course and you click the link below for me to hold you accountable, I'm also going to send you worksheets for all this as well. So you can keep this all organized. So you can download those if you click the link below. Okay. So the first one that we have is the appearance. Okay. So what does the 10.0 version of yourself look like, right? So, what kind of clothes do they wear? What is their weight? What is their body fat? What jean size, dress size? You want to be as detailed as possible and just be honest with yourself. What do you want to look like? What does that 10.0 best version of yourself look like? Okay, so that's appearance. The next one that I want you to dive deep on is the actions. Okay, so what actions does your 10.0 self take every single day? What is the daily process? I'm going to get more into daily process later, but what is the daily process of that 10.0 version of yourself? How often do they exercise? What does their nutrition look like? Another very important question to ask is what does your 10.0 or superhero version of yourself not do, right? So that's an important question to ask as well. Moving down the list here, the 10.0 version of yourself, your superhero, what kind of energy does that person possess, right? So how do they conduct themselves on a daily basis? What physical and emotional energy do you feel within yourself? What physical and emotional energy are felt by others when they're around you, right? Because that's a powerful thing as well. Next down the line here we have is character. Okay, so character is the last area that I want you to reflect. So what character does the 10.0 version of yourself operate from? What is your demeanor? All right, how do you operate around other people? What's your confidence level like? What's that 10.0? What's the superhero version of yourself? What kind of confidence do they have? And then also another great question to ask yourself is how do you act when things don't go the way that you want them to, when they don't go right? Right. So these are some great questions to reflect in terms of the superhero version of yourself and how you want to act. And finally, I want you to think about how does it feel to be this person? How does it feel to wake up every day and be this 10.0 version of yourself? Okay, so these are the questions that you want to ask yourself. Remember, if you want the worksheet for this, just click the link below and I'll start holding you accountable to all this. But this is step 1. You've got to figure out who you ultimately want to become because this is going to set the framework for all the rest of the steps moving forward. So take your time with this, really dive deep and think about who that superhero version of yourself is. If you make the time to do this, it's going to set the foundation for the goal setting that you make moving forward. Give this a shot, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.